It's the Madrid derby, and it's time to put one thing to bed. When we all in the broadcast industry or journalists try to oversell a game and say, this will be crucial for the title race, let me remind you of two things. One, once this match is over, win, lose, or draw for either side, there will still be 45 points in play. Quite a lot. Arithmetically, it won't make all difference to the eventual title winners, which of the sides win this, arithmetically at least. To throw something else in there, in the last 3 times that Atleti have been Spain's champions, finishing in 96, 2014, and 2021, in league terms, that's 6 Madrid derbies, 2 each season. Atleti have won 1 of the 6. 3 defeats and 2 draws. In the instances when Atleti went on to win the title, and in the case of 1996, they won the double under Radian Teach, marvellous man who was very good to me. Always let me have an interview, always answered my calls, late lamented, Radian Teach. They won the double. And in the last Madrid derby, in that double winning season, when they pipped Madrid the title, they lost at home 2-1, and Cholo Simeone, the midfielder, a ferocious Argentinian playmaker, was red carded, sent off, and Michael Laudrup scored. Go and listen to the big interview with Michael Laudrup. He was brilliant. So Atleti can actually afford to lose this match in Los Blancos HQ, in the Bernabeu, and history says, and arithmetic says, no big deal. You can still win the title. But is that a reality? This is a gaping opportunity. The reason I say that is that of all the defenders that are missing, and Robin Lenormand is a big loss for Atleti at the back, he's sanctioned, they call it here in Spain, banned because of yellow cards. Madrid are missing Dani Carvajal, world class, Eder Militao, world class. They will also be missing Rudiger, maybe their best player all season, and Alaba, experienced, naturally left-footed, clever, witty, a leader, witty on the pitch. I'm talking about not his wisecracks. They're all out. Ancelotti could play, and probably will play, a right winger at right back in Lucas Vázquez. He might not. He might put Valverde there. I don't think he will. I think it'll be Lucas. You can play in behind him. He might play a midfielder in Aurelien Tchouameni, who's actually better at playing the piano because he's very, very good, than he is playing at centre half. He's very good aerially. He's good in the tackle. But in terms of positioning, in terms of reading what the centre-back position requires, there are deficiencies because it's not his position. They'll be playing a kid, Raul Asensio, who'll be coming up to maybe 20 first team games, and not in total, but he's coming towards that. So he's ferocious. Raul Asensio is quick. He looks the archetypical top Real Madrid defender. See a ball, win it. Intimidate the opponent. Play to the crowd. Play and walk with swagger. And he's quite good too. Nippy as hell. So that's not an outright weakness. But Ancelotti isn't quite sure whether his best left back is little, nippy, attacking Fran Garcia or Ferland Mondi, who they've just renewed the contract for, and yet suddenly he's no longer first pick for Ancelotti. So if you're Simeone, what do? You go for the jugular, don't you? You drew 1-1 at home in the first match, the first derby this season. Winning at the Bernabeu would put you top after nearly a month where their performances have been patchy, where they've carved out wins. They only just overturned a Leverkusen lead to stay top 8 in the Champions League. They lost to Leganés in the same stadium where Madrid, with half a team missing, won 3-2 in the Cup this week. It's the opportunity to go and come away from Real Madrid having given them a bloody nose. So you play front foot. You don't play counter-attack. Possibly you play Sorloth up front, but no, you won't. It'll be Griezmann, it'll be Alvarez, with Correa and Sorloth kept in reserve. I'm arguing to you, ahead of this game, that it's not so much the formation that Cholo Simeone chooses. It's not even necessarily the 11 men that he chooses. It's the attitude with which he's been imbuing them all this week in Majadahonda, where traditionally ahead of big games, he radiates nerves, where his players have learned to think there's doublespeak. He'll say this all week, and then on the match day morning, he'll change his mind. I'll look like I'm playing, I'll train like I'm playing, and then come match day, suddenly I'll be on the bench. Simeone has got rid of those debilitating tendencies. He's done it far less this season, which is why he and his squad, Atleti, they're contenders to be Spain champions. They're contenders to break the consistent pattern of Barca, Madrid, Madrid, Barca, Madrid, Madrid, Barca, Barca, Barca. To win at the Bernabeu doesn't guarantee them the title. Doesn't even make a gigantic difference arithmetically. But what it does do is tell doubting fans, doubting players, it tells Madrid in a fortnight where it's big, big, big for Madrid. The cup draw is coming up. They have to play City and Manchester in a playoff to stay in the Champions League. The reigning champions have to defeat Manchester City home and away in the space of a week in order to stay in their competition. If Atleti were to give them a bloody nose on Saturday night, the damage would be spiritual, it would be to do with confidence, and it would do more to hurt Spain's champions than it would to guarantee Atleti the Spanish title. Meaning, it's a must-view appointment piece of television. Find it wherever you can. It won't be like the classical, all fire and brimstone and Barnum and Bailey and extraordinary skills. It will be hand-to-hand combat. It will probably be quite nasty. Tempers will fray and probably be lost. And by the end, we won't know who's going to be Spain's champions. But we will know about whether Madrid are redoubtable enough to miss a huge array of defensive qualities and still win. Or we might know whether Cholo Simeone finally is becoming the kind of manager that he was as a footballer. All in, I'm going to take you on and beat you. For my taste, Nat King Cole would say, it's unmissable. Unforgettable. Buenas noches.